I have torn plenty of assholes on Twitter. I have gone off on rants that I kind of regret, maybe not, but I knew when I was doing it that from doing stand-up, from doing performance art, I'm very comfortable with that. That is a transaction I have done for decades now. I've pissed people off for taking pictures, for all kinds of stuff. So that's part of my job. That's you. If no one's telling the truth, then the truth. Thanks, Oscar. Then the truth doesn't get told. So if we have to play nice with everybody, if we have to, I choose my peers. My peers don't choose me. Just because I make a web series and you make a web series does not mean that we are peers. I've been fucking doing this shit for decades. I didn't start 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 05. I was doing this shit before YouTube. So you're not my peer just because we both tell stories online. My peers are people that I know, that I respect, that I work with, who respect me, who understand my philosophies. Those are my peers. My peers aren't because we're both pay membership dues to some fucking bullshit volunteer-run circle jerk, or if we have wards or whatever. We're not peers. We're peers because I say we're peers, not because you say we're peers. We're not a community just because we're independent storytellers. That's like saying Los Angeles is a community. What? Los Angeles is a fucking million communities. Saying independent storytelling is one thing, new media is one thing, web series is one thing. It's so fucking stupid. There's no mainstream and independent. Within those categories, there's a billion subcategories. And I'm a tiny little fragment of nothing. Go to my IMDb page. There's nothing there. I'm nobody. But the audience who knows what I do, that's who I'm somebody to, and that's who all I fucking care about. Because I don't get hired by the audience and fired by the audience. I tell stories, they help me tell stories. Pretty easy business plan. Again, not for everybody. Sponsors, they want that number. Awards, they want that number, but audiences, they just care about stories. Even if you tell stories with actors no one's heard of, is it a good story? How many stories have won Oscars with completely unknown casts, unknown directors? That shit happens. It's not just what's number one at the box office. It's not the number one rated show. Again, Arrested Development, Family Guy, these shows that got canceled and are now coming back after years of an audience build. That's the matrix. That's the thing that we have over them. We can tell a story worldwide. We can keep going. We don't have to hit weekly ratings. We don't need to hit box office. We don't need to think about that. We don't need to think about awards. We can change the rules, change the way things happen, and not emulate all these past systems. New game, new way to do things, new systems, new validation systems, all new. Individuals, we each come up with our own way to do it, our own individual business plans. We don't need validation from anyone other than the audience, and you only need that much validation as an indie storyteller to keep going. Because if you're looking for an Oscar, Jesus, you better fucking be eating carbohydrates every goddamn day, because that is a long run, and it's an empty errand. I'd rather entertain real people and hear from real people than please some unknown body of whatever, so they say, good job. That's bullshit. That's not real. That's not human at all. I'm starting with a fork.